Turning on my audio. All right, hello everyone. My name is David. I'm going to be doing Heroine's quest, the Herald of Ragnarok for Speedrun Ragnarok. Yes, I learned this game specifically so I could submit Ragnarok to Ragnarok. Joining me are two commentators, Crow and Ustra. Can y'all introduce yourselves?
Hello there. I am Crow. I have a little bit of experience with this game. I did actually wind up speedrunning this, intending to be a commentator initially, but wound up filling in for Mr. PR Miller. I've done any percent runs for this game, though. There's a lot of optional stuff to do in the game, and we'll get to actually see all of it here.
Hi, I'm Ustra. I'm not familiar with this game, but I'm a huge fan of Quest for Glory and King's Quest, which is very familiar to this one, and I speedrun also Quest for Glory. So let's see what we have here.
All right, before we get started, it's time to close off that name bid war. What's the name of our heroine?
Your heroine's name is Kill Machine.
Very accurate name. Okay. All right, thank you. This is a very difficult run, and I'm kind of nervous about this because 100% is hard. So we're playing as a warrior today. Warrior is the only class I've learned how to speedrun so far. There's going to be a grind during the run that will put strength and endurance at 100. So my remaining 50 points are going to go bring weapon use up to 45 so I know how to use a bow. Then the rest goes into agility for extra stamina. Normally time starts on fade into chapter 1, but we'll just go ahead and start it on clicking this done button. So let's go ahead and start it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Luck.
Alright, thank you. Alright, so I get caught in an avalanche, wake up to be rescued in an adventurer's guild, and I'm starving, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing some stuff. There's a lot to do here, so can I ask the commentators to take over for just a bit?
Sure. So you start off in the Adventurers Guild. There is someone that can offer you training in basically how combat works. There's also some tasks you can read about on the task board. And as he goes through, he's going to obviously pick up a whole lot of stuff that's just lying around because this is a point-and-click adventure game for a lot of things, but it's also a role-playing game. You saw the stat sheet before, and as he does something, as he uses a statistic, he will get better at it. However, he has also set the difficulty slider to minimum, which you have just seen just here, because the brigands will keel over and die pretty much instantly. With difficulty set to minimum, the biggest changes are, 1, you don't have to worry about the cold when you're out in the blizzard in the forest, and 2, combat specifically is completely trivialized. A lot of the statistics checks to see if you're allowed to do thing A or thing B are still requiring the same amount of stats to have been acquired, but surviving is a lot easier. So it's going to largely be a challenge of making sure that he's remembered all the bajillion things that you have to do in this game in order to get all of the points. And also, David has chosen to require himself to get perfect honor rating by the end of the game, which means that not only did he have to defeat that brigand because he needs to get points because he's a warrior, so as a warrior, defeating one of each type of monster is worth points, but also if he had tried to flee combat after combat was engaged, that would cost him 1 honor point, and losing a single honor point is unrecoverable for 100% completion.
It's worth pointing out that as long as I dodge around encounters, then I'm still honorable. But once I get into close combat, I have to finish what I started. Also, I'm trying to pull Ball Monk from the tree here. I'm not honorable enough to actually wield it yet, but there's a little Easter egg here where if you try to pull it from the tree 100 times, then all of your efforts trying to pull it out of the tree have really helped out your strength and endurance, and they'll pop instantly up to 100, which I should be pretty close to it right about now. This is getting tiresome. I should be close.
What we're doing right now is for the point grind. As Crow pointed out, we have a lot of RPG elements in this game. and everything what we do checks our stats, and then if we have the requirements, we will pass and succeed, or if we are close to it, I guess it's the same in this game too, it has a chance to succeed based on luck.
Yeah, something that's a little bit different from the Quest for Glory series as far as stat checks here is that most stat checks have a secondary stat that's associated with it. So for example, if you're trying to climb, most of the time the climbing will take some portion of your strength and consider that as qualifying as helping you to climb. So you can actually reduce a little bit of one grind if a different one is easier. And by using that little Easter egg there that turns out to be really helpful, he now has a pretty big lead on anything that checks strength or endurance as a secondary option.
Alright, so I'm doing a little dice game here. I need money early. I'm not. Ooh, that's a good roll. Okay, I'm gonna bet high.
That is the best roll, right?
Yeah, actually, yes.
Literally
can stand up to the Raven God. That's, I never get that good of a luck trying to do the dice game. Do the dice game early to get some early money, and it is worth points. Alright, plot.
Okay, let's have a plot.
Yeah,
Holding the
all these-
escape key in most of the games that are in this particular engine allow you to just hold the escape key to completely skip cutscenes, so we'll be doing that a lot.
I am Kill Machine, brave warrior. So there's a lot of very specific timing-related components to this game. Certain townsfolk will be in certain places at certain times, and it's something that you're gonna have to know about. Like, for example, shortly after dawn, the wizard's gonna be here. I need to ask him about herbs and get some flasks. Can I buy a scarf this early? That might leave me short on gold for the rest of this, so I'll just avoid it. But I did buy 3 flasks. It's good to have flasks early.
It's especially good to get ye flasks. To briefly meet the Norns there. They compel you to go see them once you've met with the Jarl, which was the leader of the area. Now we're going to head off to Menarvigir. Menarvigir is a village that isn't too far away from the castle town where we were just now.
First, villain introduction.
Oh, here we are.
I found you. No, human, that's your doom.
Okay, sorry, I don't want to stick around Ratatosk. Yeah, that's a cutscene you can normally skip, but Ratatosk is a great character. Oh, another brigand. Poke, poke. Very tough combat. Why am I looting? I don't need any more gold.
Yeah, the Doom Squirrel is prophesied to bring about Ragnarok, the end of the worlds and end of the gods and all that bad stuff. So that's, of course, very scary, as are his scary teeth.
Oh, hello, Regan. Let's start your quest already. Regan's only out at night. Oh. Liv is not in the library right now. Okay, here. Herbs. Good. There's a lot of really arbitrary tasks that you gotta remember. Oh, hey, I gotta give this girl some food. Buy the shovel, buy the jar before the place closes. Yeah, we're gonna get a
Characters
little...
in this game move around a lot all the time, and just going a little bit faster or a little bit slower at your other tasks can completely throw off your expectation of where someone's going to be. So keeping track of that is already a pain, even when you're just trying to do the minimum of things here. And so if you have to do all the things, it's going to be that much more irritating. Little side quest being completed here. There's a piece of paper here that has a bunch of hints You have to go on a wild goose chase through the library in order to get some reward that is based on your class. I think you get a special fighting move of some sort if you're a warrior. Is that correct?
Yes, you learn how to do feints. The book was The Art of War. Oh, and this is something that doesn't normally happen in any percent. If you sleep at this room in chapter 1, then a thief comes into your room and steals your stuff. So, unfortunately, we're gonna need to get our stuff back before we can continue our quest. And so, our warrior, one of the things that warriors are really good at is they're very good with animals. So, this dog's gonna help me track down the thief. Wait, can I pet the dog? I've never tried this. Can I pet? Okay, I can, but it looks at me suspiciously.
Yeah, you don't yet have enough animal ken skill built up to pet the dog. I believe trying to pet the dog will train that skill, and it will also drain your stamina. I've died trying to talk to birds in this game.
Oh yeah, there's no on-screen stamina bar, so if you spam too quickly, then you might work yourself to death. Select your options very carefully here. Like, tell the thieves to just stay away from you, don't threaten their lives or their guild. Be honorable, choose the correct option. At any time that you choose the wrong option, you might lock yourself out of 100 honor. It's very intense, and you can't see it till the end of the game. Honor is a hidden stat.
And in order to go faster in conversations, David's going to be, as much as he can at least, using numbers to select a particular conversation option instead of actually clicking on it, so he doesn't get the convenience, if he's trying to go fast, of actually reading the option and then clicking on it. So that increases the stakes as far as accidentally choosing the wrong conversation.
I don't need to fight that thing. I get one for free later.
And by later, you mean like basically right now.
Yeah, I've got something to do in the graveyard. There's a fox. Deal with the fox later. I was actually kind of hoping for a troll this night. I don't think I'm getting a troll tonight. The Hogbury quest is one that happens in any percent.
Hogbury is a specter thing, and if you talk with Arvindel, who sends you on a quest to deal with it, you would be told that the Hogbury, in order to defeat it, you have to see which grave it pops out of, and then burn the bones, take the ashes from those, and scatter them. Until you've done that, no matter how many times you fight the Hogbury itself, it'll just keep reviving from the grave. So, taking care of most of that stuff here, and we'll finish up the rest later.
Yeah, it's kind of important to keep in mind, in Chapter 3, almost every character is going to have a side quest. Oh, look.
Look out! A boy!
Gotta say hi to Cedric there. In Chapter 3, every character is going to have some sort of side quest of their own, and you're going to have to do at least 4 from each town, although in 100% we're basically going to do all of them. But the Hogbury is Arvindel's side quest. I also need to see Voland interacting with those crates before I can interact with them myself. Alright, I should be able to sleep here once I eat. I really need more meat. Sleep until dawn. Yeah, Heroine's quest is filled with a lot of shout-outs to other adventure games, mostly Sierra, but I've seen some LucasArts shout-outs too. I'm a little worried about my food, actually. I ate all my meat.
Yeah, another...
Oh, look, here's meat!
Well, it's still moving, but that can be fixed.
Oh, and that's also the pelt. Okay, good. I don't have to worry about that then. The Varg has a pelt and there's a random chance when you try to skin it that you'll actually get the pelt you need. Oh, Ratatosk's back. Goodbye.
Give him the boot.
You do need a pelt, and you don't always get one from the Varg. Oh, so the kid from town, Jaime, has been kidnapped. And so his wooden sword's there. That's going to be both proof that he's been kidnapped and also my way of finding him. You know, wizards using something connected to the person to find him and whatnot. This also puts me near the lake, which lets me disperse the Hogberry's ashes and finish up that quest. Also, use this fishing net to get a fish here. I need a fish. I got a fish. It's a tasty
That
fish.
animal can.
This ice is slippery. Don't run on it. So yeah, I'm gonna need to go back to town and find out where the kid was taken by talking to the wizard. I've got a few other things to do in town. I don't have any mead right now. I have a need for mead. And let's see, Lithrasir should be open right at this time. In any percent, you would normally have to rest an hour, but the extra detour to the lake means it's just in time here. That is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a drink. I'm looking for 2 drinks, actually. I need 2 drinks.
Yeah, so you can pour one out for Jaime.
Later. Where do I go? Oh yeah, I talked to the wizard. And so I'm going to tell him about this wooden sword that I found that the boy was playing with. Turns out he's not in Midgard anymore. He's going to be in Svartalfheim. Did I say that right? I don't know. A couple of things to remember before I go. Chapter 2. Chapter 2 begins. There's 4 chapters in this game. Seeker. I don't know for sure if looting the pick from the skeleton actually got me the points for it, so I'm gonna buy one here just to be safe. Oh, and then I also need to go tell Ervor that Arvindel has located Jaime. Good. That's worth honor. And just because, I'm gonna go ahead and sleep until night. I'm gonna be dropping by a willow bark tree on the way to the portal to Svartalfheim. It's the smallest detour and it's a pretty convenient time for it. Oh yeah, I need to rest another hour. The tree doesn't usually start shining until like an hour after night starts. Yeah, there it is. Alright. Get a little bit of bark, and then, oh, trolls are gonna come. I better hide, and then skip the cutscene. I don't want to see trolls. Thorvaldi's gonna be off to the right, so you can't go right to leave the screen. You gotta go left. You go right to leave the screen, instant death.
Classic Sierra fashion in that regard.
No matter how strong a hero you are, some things just get you instantly.
So David is running around the section of the woods that has the final dungeon in it, but in order to get in there, he's going to first need a couple of Eyes of Thiasi, which are things that the character doesn't really know anything about. Also, something the character doesn't know anything about is how to solve this puzzle, but thankfully David does, and this game does allow you to solve the puzzle even without talking with all the various people that you're expected to learn how it works.
However, you do have to actually know the answers to these questions. 1, 4, 6, 3 is my hotkeys. But yeah, you gotta answer the questions correctly. It's the game's way of checking to make sure you actually did do the puzzles, but, well, I already know the answers.
Yeah, he at least needs to know that Jaime is in Svartalfheim, and therefore he has a reason to go here. As for how to activate the portal, that's just activate the stones in a certain way, walk around the screen in a clockwise fashion at all times, and pour out some mead.
That's one of the meads that I need. I'll detour for the coral reef now. It's just kind of convenient to get this now. Oh yeah, this water is boiling hot. You bottle up some of the water. You'll be able to use the hot water to warm yourself up if you're getting too cool. Except this is easy difficulty.
So we're now in Svartalfheim. This area is home to Svartalf, such as this fellow we're poking to death. And it's also a cavernous region. So no blizzard to deal with if you're on the higher difficulties, and therefore would normally be dealing with constantly getting chilled. And the enemy set changes, and just generally speaking, you're suddenly thrust into an area with no idea where anything is. He's gotten into the actual city here. His name I'm forgetting.
Nidavellir.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of hidden honor right there. Talking to Fafnir and telling him you will not kill his brother for him. You kind of need to do that before you then finish up that quest. By the way, this is what I was grinding on Balmung for at the early part of the game, for the strength for that.
You can also train climbing to be able to get across as well, but strength is faster, so we'll do strength.
I think. I haven't looked into very many training methods. I just used Balmung because I was trying to figure out how to do a higher difficulty run, which I haven't quite mastered yet. This game's actually really hard if you set it to anything other than the easiest difficulty. Oh, hello, Fafnir. I will not hand over this chest. I found it. Okay, very tough fight coming up here. Very tough fight's over. Fafnir's
On normal
actually
difficulty, it actually is kind of tough.
Yeah, Fafnir is a pretty tough fight. Normally, I'm actually really surprised that I haven't seen any trolls yet.
Yeah, trolls can show up here as well as in the forest at night.
I did just take a piece of. Uh-oh, I keep clicking out of the game window. I did just take a piece of Fafnir with me. I took one of his scales. There are random lindworms that wander around Svartalfheim, but Fafnir counts. Okay, anyway, so now that I've dealt with Fafnir, I'm actually going to go back to Nidavellir and actually do my main quest of rescuing Jaime. Well, talk to a few people here first. Andvari first, he's a smith. He's also very irritable. If I ask him if he has any weapons for sale, he'll get offended and not talk to me for a day, but I at least know now that he can do weapons. Then we've got Atri here. Give them the tinderbox, and they will give me magical gloves that will protect me from magical harm. You can threaten them to make you get out, but you lose honor that way. So just to show an interest in the things that they are talking about until they let you out.
This is Scrimmer's house here. We'll be fighting Scrimmer in a little bit, but right now he's out. The little twinkle thing there is a rather obvious trap. Getting trapped like that is actually part of the rogue's solution. Warrior solution's much more straightforward. Just take on Scrimmer face to face.
Yeah, very tough fight. And then we can finally free Jaime. Now, when you finish Chapter 2, it's always evening when you come out through this portal, and there will always be a blizzard that sets upon you right as you're leaving. So you got to use one of your skills somehow to get back. In the case of a warrior, they're going to use their ability to track animal footprints to get back home. And then we're back home, yay. Where's the book? Book's right here. This is... Jaime could use the book on the art of war. Now's a convenient time to get it. Chapter 3 is basically when the game pretty much opens up. You have to figure out on your own what the next step is, and and almost everyone's side quests open at this time. Gotta get Voland here to repair this golden sword. I'm also gonna buy a couple of things from him. Let's see, dagger for close combat, and the axe. You also get 3 points for buying the chainmail, and I used to think that you have to do that like as soon as possible, because once you get dragon scale armor, then you can't buy the chainmail armor. But the game does have a little act of mercy and lets you get the points for the chainmail from just the dragon scale armor. By the way, I found Ervor's wings. She's actually a transformed swan. I actually don't know if you are required to give her wings back, but I do it anyways.
My assumption was it was worth honor, but I'm not actually 100% sure. David did a little bit of shenanigans there using the box to protect a crystal. That crystal comes from Svartalfheim, and that crystal will burn up if it's exposed to the sun. Similarly, any of the Svartalfs will also be turned to stone, I think it is, if they're exposed to the sun. There's one he'll need to rescue in the northeast area of the forest. And then, as it turns out, as we found out while we were dealing with Fafnir down in Svartalfheim, turns out Reagan, who is Fafnir's brother, is also a Svartalf. So that explains why you never see him out and about in the daytime. And there's the troll that David was looking for.
There's also Kitty. You gotta tempt the cat with some fish before you can take it. I do detour for the cat at this time because I do want to get its footprints using some of the ink and a piece of paper. Oh yeah, then there's a troll guarding that gem at night. I can't get the gem at night. I have to come back for it later.
Okay.
Troll's gonna have an unfortunate accident with his shield.
Oh no.
Yeah, you get him out of the way, and that will clear you to cross the bridge at night. Oh, hi, Ratatosk. Bye, Ratatosk. Kitty's back home. The shop's open at this time, so I can get the key. I'm not going to be able to use it for a while. I don't have the runic stick. And then Regan must be somewhere, probably the inn.
Roughly speaking, each of the townsfolk have one major side quest associated with them. So Dave is going to be trying to deal with all of them. He's already dealt with Reagan by getting the box that creates jewels and salt, I think it is, back to him. That was stolen from him by Fafnir, so that's why we were dealing with that before. Lif wants to get some romance going on with Lithrazir, who is running the tavern back in Fornsigtuna. The mayor, whose name I'm forgetting right now, at one time had a romance with a Valkyrie, who is now trapped behind a circle of flames, that sort of thing. So 100% requires dealing with all of those. So there will be a lot of running around for that.
Yeah, there's just a whole lot of side quests. Uh-oh, that's a Jotun. I don't really care to look for this guy. I get one for free later.
Do you fight Bragi?
No, I do not fight Bragi.
Aw.
I think you need to try to go to Egther's Keep in Act 1 or something to fight Bragi. Alright, so I've got some stuff that needs to happen during midday. During midday, Snorri is going to be at the archery range. Convenient time to get him this gemstone, which he says was a family heirloom, but then he admits he was lying. But you have to admit that his joke was funny for maximum honor. And then you gotta beat him at archery, which I needed the 45 weapon use for at the beginning of the game. Watch the grass in the lower left. That's going to tell you which way the wind is blowing. You beat him at archery. Oh wait, I gotta rest. Oh. Okay, a Bergrisi is something that I very often have to run around looking for, so I'm kind of glad to see him now. That's all the daytime encounters that I need. Okay, mid-afternoon, Snorri will be gone, this fox will be here. Use some food to tempt it. I do not want to throw snowballs at the fox. I want to get some of its fur. I also need his help with a little quest. See, at the beginning of the game, oh hi. I guess I gotta fight you too. Duck, poke, poke. And yeah, I get a Varg for free here. There's a dead guard here, and I guess they're sniffing his corpse. This guard doesn't appear until Act 3. So it's kind of important to leave this until Act 3 if possible, because you get some honor for burying the guard.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
But Thrivaldi at the beginning of the game took your stuff, and it's here in this cave, so you need to use this mirror to use sunlight to make it move out of the way. Then, as a warrior, you need the fox's help to get the bag.
By the way, Thrivaldi has been our primary antagonist, at least direct one, for the whole game. Not that you'd know with our skipping all the cutscenes.
Yeah, I think Ratatosk is the true villain of this game. Yes, deploy fox. Also, the fox's home is going to be right around here. Oh, by the way, the Jarl has been captured by a Huldra. She's got a gaze attack that's kind of keeping them in there. So we're gonna free him with the mirror. What now? Yes, I need it to be evening. Too hungry to go to sleep. Okay, food. I must have gotten more. Oh, shoot.
That's not what you meant.
Yeah, I slept until dawn. It was pretty close to evening already, I guess. Okay, I did have something that I forgot earlier, and I pretty much always forget this, but there's some frost flowers over here, and a troll. Yeah, I can't climb up here while the troll's there, so get him out of the way. These flowers are so cold that they will instantly freeze me to death if I try to pick them up with my bare hands. So cut off one flower petal, and then use these magic gloves to protect yourself from them. Minerva gear. Yeah, 100% is really complicated. There's too many tasks to remember. And I'm doing this from memory. Oops. Okay, well, there's a little swamp here. There's a tree here that's gonna...
David just cut out on my end.
Same here, yeah.
All right. Well, let's just go ahead and try to hold the fort until he comes back.
Hey, I can help you with that for a second if you'd like. I can butt in.
Go for it.
We have got a $1.15 donation from Tempest Mask 1000 saying, "Hail, fellow traveler. Before I let you on your quest, I must riddle you this. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?" Okay, joking aside, I wanted to wish my pal David the best of luck with Heroine's quest. Go the distance no man has gone before.
All right. And while we're waiting, I'll just quickly mention here that this game is actually 100% free. You can go ahead and just find it. I should have the link on hand, but I don't. But in any case, it's really quite well done. We're skipping all of it, of course, but there's a lot of voice acting provided as well. I particularly enjoy conversing with Arvindel, whose conversations are particularly enjoyable to me whenever I speak with the wizard named Arvindel.
On top of it, not only it's free, we have also the option to like play different classes, warrior, wizard, and rogue, I believe. And so you have like 3 different solutions for almost everything. And I guess David is back, maybe?
Hello? Am I here?
Hello.
Yes, you are here.
Okay, is the stream back up? The lights blinked off in my room for just a bit, and I think that must have been a little brownout. So, am I Okay. Hi, sorry about that, everyone. My power blinked out for like a second or so, and that killed my internet, but it's back up now. And luckily for me, I'm playing this on a laptop, so I didn't lose a thing here. Okay, I don't know what y'all last saw on stream, but I'm coming to this swamp here. I chopped down this tree with this axe. Have I missed anything?
I think that's pretty much all that happened while you were gone.
Okay. Oh yeah, shield to protect yourself from this plant that throws... I think it threw a knife at me. Did it throw a knife at me? Oh yeah, Gulon here. Very tough fight.
It's a beaver moose or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, and I cut off its head. That's the honorable warrior thing to do. No, I'm gonna display it as a trophy.
More than honorable, I guess.
Alright, what comes next? Oh yeah, Alvis. Alvis is next. East side of the forest, there's gonna be a very unusual pile of stones. I don't think the troll can follow me here. I think I have to know about these herbs before I can dig them up. The Hogbury quest gave me this bit of Aether, which will allow me to restore this Svartelf to elf form. You want to do this at night so that he can actually get back to Svartalfheim safely.
Otherwise, I'll just turn back into stone.
Yeah, and then you don't have your Aether anymore, and you've locked off that thing forever. Since I killed the Gulon, I'm now a true warrior, so I can wake up Brynhild. Better be very careful. Tell her the truth about who I am. I'm a warrior. I've accidentally clicked the wrong dialogue option before, cost myself 1 honor, and locked myself out of 100%. Alright, what comes next? I've got some stuff to do in Nidavellir. A few things to finish up here. 3 of the Svartalfs here have things they can do. I'll go ahead and talk to Skyrimir about challenging him, but right now I don't have anything to actually challenge him with. The Aether that I used to bring Alvis back is something that he will accept as a prize, but I don't have it anymore. So I need something else. Oh yeah, and I've challenged Envari.
This qualifies.
Oh, it does. Okay, I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah, you
little
want
study
something
puzzle here.
sufficiently cool and magical is more or less how it works. We got a mosaic here, which each of the paths, if you've played Pipe Dream or anything like that, it's that sort of connection going on with all the pieces there. But what you're actually doing is you're moving the map tiles in the northwest area of Svartalfheim. So he's created a path now to get to where he wants to go. After that, he's challenging Scrimmer, and this is based off of some mythology. And each of these challenges is a metaphor for something. He's fighting against old age. He's doing an eating contest against fire. He's trying to race against Scrimmer's mind. And he, of course, as a glorious warrior, cheats at 2 out of the 3 challenges in order to win.
Be down here.
More comfortable.
So Atri here collects random crap, and we are expanding the collection of crap in order to get some of Atri's crap instead, because as is common in adventure games, getting different crap allows you to do weird other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I got from Atri was some flowers that are out of this world. They advance the Lith and Lif romance quest, and I also got a runic stick, which will allow me to talk to someone's dead husband. And Vari the Smith, he's pretty offended again, because he challenged me to clean his workshop, and so I cleaned it by flooding it. He took a little offense to that.
I gotta go.
Yeah. So I gotta go track him down and catch him, and I'm going to... Well, he turned into a fish. That's your first clue. Oh, and the troll that I bullied earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a ring to make it up to him. That ring is actually really, really, really cursed. Like, cursed to the point that people in town won't talk to you, but then if you load your game or restart your game, you still have the ring, so you gotta give it away to someone.
Yeah, like even if you reload your game to before you picked up the ring, it's still on you.
It's really cursed.
So cursed it probably comes with free choice of toppings.
This power potion is one I've forgotten before. Okay, go back to Nidavellir and get Andvari to finally make me his dragon scale armor. But in order for him to make the dragon scale armor, he needs some dragon scale, which I took off of Fafnir's corpse. I'm a hero, I swear. Oh, click very carefully so that I can say yes to the vow. I promise to brag about the armor that he has made. That is worth honor. What's next? Fornzig tuna? It's late night. Okay. Yeah, food. It's always hard for me to remember what exactly comes next after Nidavellir. There's some stuff of finishing up the romance side quest, doing the dead husband side quest.
Waiting for the tavern to open here.
Yeah, I think it's 3 hours for that. Yeah, okay, good. So, bring her the flowers, and then I gotta go back to Lif and ask him to meet at the Holt. And he's gonna say, but there's a troll blocking the bridge. And I'm gonna say, way ahead of you, pal. Okay. Then I can teleport back to Pornsig Tune-Up. Yeah, the chest quest where you get Regan his chest back is really important because that teleporting pony, it saves you a lot of travel time. Okay, now that I've told her that Lif will meet her at the garden, we gotta wait until night for that to happen. Sleep until nightfall, and it's usually 1 hour after nightfall. And actually, you know what? I will go ahead and run to the graveyard right now and just hope that I run into certain nighttime creatures on the way. Basically the fire giant or the specter. I think that's all that's left. The key that I got from Sigrun earlier will allow me to open this. Cool, I'm grave robbing. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna use this stick to bring this dead guy up. And he tells me to bring his skull with him. I'll go ahead and teleport to Menarvigir, because the shop should be open. Yes, I enter the shop and they immediately start talking to each other. I guess to properly say goodbye or something. Okay, next, let's finish up this side quest. Okay, good, she's here. Wow, I couldn't have planned that better. I need to, oh yes, Battle of Menarvigir. Here we go. There's nobody here. This battle happens after a couple of days, and normally they gather everyone in town to do the fight, but the shopkeeper's busy, the apothecary's busy, everyone's busy, and I still haven't rescued the thief girl, so it's just me and this guy. Oh, you know what? You forgot about your Valkyrie girlfriend. And he's like, I don't remember forgetting anything.
Which is kind of the point.
Yeah. He's silly. Okay, I should have only a few things left to do. I'm sleeping a lot.
When do you deal with the former Adventurer Guild guy?
Right after I visited the Holtz. Okay, I never did get my golden sword back, so let's do that now. Oh yeah, and this is a good time to tell him that he's the keeper of the Eye of Theosophy, but he gave it to Arvindel. Do I need to buy anything from you? No. Also, I never did cure the pelt. Let's do that. And I get... Oh, Arvindel's leaving. Okay. I guess I'll deal with him later. But in the meantime, the thief girl was caught thieving here. I think she was caught stealing. You have to make her promise to stop thieving before you free her. That's worth honor. Remember the order of these things. If you do them in the wrong order, you might miss out on something. But since I've rescued the Jarl, I can just go to him and say, please release the girl from your jail. Good. Now, can I wait here for Arvindel?
He'll show up eventually and open the gate.
Yeah, is afternoon fine for that? Yeah, there he is. Okay, good. I can give him the fox fur, the mugwort herbs, buy the scarf from him. This is one that I am prone to forgetting. And then I'll go ahead and get the Eye of Theosophy from him now. I've done enough side quests that he's gonna trust me with it. Okay, remind me to brag about the armor in the inn. I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
The tavern. The tavern.
I also wanted to throw a question. You have the head of the moose thingy in your pocket still. Is there
I have not-
order you have to display it in your guild, or can you do it just whenever you want?
I have to be told about a hidden compartment in the Adventurers Guild before I can open that compartment, and the Guildmaster knows about it. I haven't seen the Guildmaster yet.
So yeah,
In fact-
once he's learned about the hidden compartment, then he'll take care of both of those tasks at once. Like a glorious warrior, he's expected to proudly mount the head of his quarry in the Adventurers Guild. But there's also a hidden stash that is worth a little bit. Oh hey, we're glorious now.
Yeah, I'm honorable enough to pull Balmung out of the tree now. That's 90 plus honor, and you start the game with like 63. Oh, and Ratatosk is here one more time. Let me safety save. I've done the wrong conversation option before. He's pretty upset because he hasn't doomed me, so...
How about you call yourself the Bloom Squirrel?
Bloom squirrel? That sounds almost inspired. Should I defeat Winter with my nasty claws of bloom?
Yes, you.
And the forest would truly be bloomed. Beware, grass.
He likes it.
Your bloom is at hand.
He is now the Bloom Squirrel! Your bloom is at
In
hand!
the back there.
What was
Swan
that?
in the lake. Yeah, it was her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's the former guild master. He got sick, so in a glorious Viking fashion, he was condemned to live in a tower somewhere where no one could ever do anything with him. So you climb up to get there and give him a apple you just got from having brought Spring back to the Holt where Leaf and Lithrazir spent the night. And so it turns out that golden apple will bring him back to health, and now he's on his way back to Formzigduna, eventually.
So I was trying to remember
Everyone's
what all I have not done. I haven't returned this skull to the grave. Returning the skull to the grave, locking the door, and then giving the key back to its owner is worth like 2 honor.
There's the Adventurers Guild, which you should be set up with now.
Okay, I locked the door. What's next? Adventurers Guild. Right here. Alright, mount this head. And yes, I do need to brag about the armor. It must be afternoon by now, right? So surely the tavern's open.
Tavern is open.
Cool. Yes, I can brag about it to
Someone who probably doesn't care that much.
The impregnable
yeah. Hey, I bragged
Does
about it.
count,
I
though?
upheld. It counts.
Okay.
What's next? I think I need to return the key
Yep.
and then get the other eye, and I think that's it. Here, ma'am. Here's your key back. Then the other eye must be here. He's probably at his inn.
Did you ever fight a moose spell? Or can you do that in
did-
chapter 4?
I can do that in chapter 4. I'm still missing 2 forest encounters. When chapter 4 starts, it's gonna put it at nighttime, and you have to go straight to the final dungeon. So I'm gonna try to find the 2 random encounters that I need, because I think I have done everything except for that.
Yeah, you need a Spectre, I guess, and the other one.
Yeah, the Spectre and the Fire Giant.
Oh, do you not have to challenge for the Eye of Theosius warrior? Kind of assumed that would be worth more points than just asking for it.
No, challenging him is just a shortcut to make sure you don't have to do the side quests, but you don't. It's not worth doing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go pick a fight. This might take me a little bit, so now's a good time for any donations if you've got them.
Woo! Spooky. Well, I'm just going to remind us all that we're here at Speedrun Ragnarok raising money for Take This. And Take This is a mental health nonprofit, and their main mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, provide education on different disorders and prevention techniques, and reduce the overall stigma around mental illness. We are currently sitting at $2,852. The support's been quite fantastic so far, but please feel free to get those donations in. And thank you very much, everyone, for spending your day with us so far.
I actually got the 2 random encounters pretty quick, so here we are going to Egther's Keep. Egther has been putting the entire land under the Fimbulwinter and trying to cause Ragnarok. So I can finally go deal with him, and I'm frozen and I'm falling. Now I gotta fight Fenrir. Very tough fight. Ow. Okay, tough fight over.
As a reminder, the only reason these fights are so trivial is that we have the difficulty slider set all the way to the absolute minimum. This trivializes fights. Even just one tick above that actually makes getting strong enough to survive these fights take a lot more careful consideration and planning.
And for some reason I'm here. I need this stone, strike down Egther.
You need this stone. Strike
That
down.
was kind of weird. Somebody who looked like me just gave me a stone and then said some very specific things. Oh, crap.
Did you just try to talk to the rock?
Yes! Okay, I have erased myself from existence. Somehow, by talking. Okay, that's alright. There's a safety save right outside here. The game is okay with autosaves, but that's gonna cost me a minute or 2.
So the sequence there is this time loop thing, because the Norns, who we've occasionally been getting guidance from, represent past, present, and future. So you'll see one of them with each of the teleportations that go on, but things still wind up being a little weird. The little scooting along the floor with the shield there is to protect you from your reflection, which would otherwise stab you as you tried to go across.
Okay, take this, I am ready.
Take this.
Hey, take this.
I am ready.
Yes, take this. Okay, carefully, hand. Good, good. Don't reveal my presence. There we go. That's how it's supposed to be done. And I don't know why we go on this whole side quest to get a seed from the future and then plant it in the past. Well, I suppose we have to do this, otherwise we couldn't have helped the guildmaster. What was my sequence again?
Take this.
I'm
Strike
ready.
down, I think.
Okay. Take this and strike down Egther.
I'm ready.
That's
I'm ready.
correct.
I am ready. Okay.
Ready?
Thank
Okay.
you.
It's a lot harder whenever you have to redo and you get a second pair.
All right. Now's the time for the final battle. Time's gonna be on final hit against Egther, and it's a two-phase fight. It's gonna be pretty quick though. So first of all, he's gonna shoot something from his hands, and we're gonna protect ourselves with the magic glove. We'll tap him twice, and then he'll get serious, and time.
No.
GG.
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 Okay, before we move on really quick, okay, I'm seeing on the restream that my time's somewhere around a 54:16, which is actually really good and would have been a PB like 2 days ago. But my PB now is a low 48. Okay, right-click a lot to skip to this ending sequence. You're a heroine, you saved the land from Ragnarok. You have prevented Ragnarok. Oh no, I'm sorry, I've harmed the marathon.
And at the end of this, it'll display the score and, more importantly, the honor. This is the only place in the game where you can actually check your current honor level.
500 or
directly.
500? Okay,
so
but
that's
is the honor good? Yes! Oh, I'm
Alright,
so
you
happy.
did it. Nice job.
I've done like 10 practice runs in the past week practicing for it, and only 2 of them have actually ended up being 100%. I'm so happy about that. That's so hard to do. There's so much to remember. So anyways, that's gonna be it for me. Anything from you, Crow and Dustra?
Well, thanks for having us here. And
Yeah, thanks for having us.
yeah, this game is great. At some
It's
point,
great
I
on
probably
Steam.
will pick up Sorceress 100%, but probably not until I've taken care of some other stuff.
Yeah, this game is free on Steam, so if you liked it, then please check it out. It's really fun. I love it. Probably my favorite of the Quest for Glory inspired fan games.